So, a bunch of Department of Education workers have been put on paid leave. Okay, let's remember that. Okay, and there's a big uproar about it. There's people upset. Mostly the left. For right now, still, all of the people on the right seem to be pretty much on board with everything. Everything's cool. I get it. Some people are getting nervous. It's a lot happening very fast. We've never seen actual transparency in the government before. We've never seen accountability before, at least not in my lifetime. I just turned 48. Never seen it, right? Never. And it's a shock to the system for most people. Even the people that are totally on board with it are starting to look at some things and go, wow, oh my God, should we really have done this? Maybe we kicked a hornet's nest here. Look, let's start with the Department of Education people. They got put on administrative leave, and they say they don't know why, right? They say that they got some sort of email or letter saying they were being put on leave, paid leave for an undetermined amount of time. And look, that's actually a pretty normal thing in any organization that is there to provide some sort of result. In the corporate world, the result is money. Right? In the Department of Education world, which is a federal agency, which is a government agency, it's to provide excellent education possibilities for American kids. So it's an organization that has a goal that it has to reach, and it has not been reaching its goal, people. Let's be real. That's the whole reason why Doge and Trump and the whole bringing transparency to the government and to the people about what the government is doing is being implemented. That's what Trump ran on. That's what he's now doing. So before people get weak in the knees, let's look at this completely logically. Guys, it's Wednesday. It's the 5th of February, 2025, and it's 3:45, 3:45 p.m. here in Germany. This is the Insanity Report for today. Let's talk about the Department of Education people getting put on paid leave. First of all, they should be happy it's paid leave, because that means that there's still going to be room for negotiations and talks and et cetera, depending on whatever each individual's infringement might have been. Now, the people from the Department of Education are speculating that the reason for these people, the only common denominator at this point that they can kind of guess at, is that many of these people that have been put on leave went to some sort of voluntary DEI or CRT, some sort of woke conference or woke class, and they all went voluntarily. It wasn't mandatory. Now that, I have to say, is a red flag. And the reason why it's a red flag is Trump, last week, it's only been 3 weeks, so last week Trump put out a statement saying that all of the Department of Education workers, including the teachers, will be told that there will be no ideological attempt to manipulate children into thinking they're born in the wrong body. None of this trans ideology shit. No boys and girls bathroom or boys and girls. It's over. The trans fucking thing, the woke shit, it's done. No BLM flags, no activism. They're there to learn education, to learn things they're going to need in the future, like critical thinking, not ideology following. And that is what Trump and Doge and Elon and all them are trying to do. So do I think that it's possible that the majority of these people all got put on paid leave because they all went to this voluntary woke class or a conference or whatever it was? That is probably one of the reasons, right? And why are they not just fired? Well, because, you just can't. You have to talk to these people, right? I think the idea is not to get rid of everybody in the Department of Education. The idea is to weed out the bad apples, right? And have a talk with those that went to this conference, probably generally believe in this woke BS, right? And just seeing a statement from President Trump saying, well, it's got to stop now, doesn't mean they're going to do it. So the people that are on board with this ideology must be talked to, right? And they must be given a chance. I believe they should be given a chance, unless they did something absolutely egregious, right? They should be given a chance. And I think that's why they're on paid leave. I think they're on paid leave because there's got to be some time to investigate them, investigate what they've done, and then have a talk with them. If they are on the woke ideology train at all, then you go in there and you tell them, look, those days are now over. Are you interested in giving kids a good education and leaving your ideology at the door, or not? right? And give them the chance. And if they decide they want to go for it, and a lot of them, I bet you a lot of these people are going to think, God, thank fucking God they've come to free me from this insanity. And they're going to grab that chance with both hands and say, yes, I want to get back to teaching kids like legitimate shit and not be talking about boys and girls' bodies and which boy can go in the girls' restroom and having to use the pronouns of the student. I bet a lot of people are going to be relieved, right? So I think that's what's happening, okay? And all of this like fear-mongering about it from the Department of Education themselves, that is just them speculating on what ifs. Well, what if these people didn't do anything wrong? Well, okay, what if they didn't? Then they'll probably be allowed to stay. But what if they did, right? And they are still in positions where they can implement policies and spend money. And, you know, some teachers are teachers are obviously still in the position right now. And Trump and the administration and most of the American people want that shit to stop right now. Not in 7 months or a year when they finally investigated everything and then get rid of the bad apples. No, they want the craziness to stop now. And any company, if a company fails, right, and goes bankrupt and needs to sell, right? If I buy a company, or you buy a company, and it has all the old employees in it, there's almost no chance you're going to keep all of them, right? Because you obviously are going to have a different vision for the company because you want to pull it out of bankruptcy and make it start making money again. Same concept as Trump has about America, right? He wants to pull America out of the hole it's in all kinds of aspects, and put it back at the top of the fucking pyramid where it was all the decades before, and even better, right? And if that's the goal, then you're going to have to weed out the bad apples in a company, in any corporation, in even a small business, but definitely a country, right? And like I said, this has never happened before in our lifetime. So what we're seeing right now is completely new. We're like, wow, you know what I'm saying? I mean, even me, I can't even keep up. The Trump administration is going like wildfire. You know, they're unstoppable. They're out of the gates and they're fucking took off running, right? So for everybody, it's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, maybe this is too much transparency all at once. Maybe this is, wow, it's too much. But you don't even have time to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to say, I love it that USAID is shut down. I love it that there's no more woke trans bullshit in schools. It's fucking fantastic. And I think I'm not the only one. You know what I'm saying? I think millions of Americans have been back to the wall with all this craziness, and we're too afraid to do anything about it because of a fear of social consequences or losing their jobs or whatever it would be. And now, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like, whoa, awesome. So I think people are pretty pumped about it. And as for the Department of Education people that were put on suspension, look, those people have something to answer for, right? They're not just random people. And it's also not everyone. So what the Doge department or Trump or whoever it is that's doing this part of the job, what they're doing is they are stopping the bleeding by pulling the plug on everybody that is suspect, right? It's the same thing when somebody commits a crime and people think that they saw the person that committed the crime. Then a bunch of people that look like that person get pulled in, right? And they get like put in a lineup. And then the person says, well, that's the guy. And then after that, they need to investigate further to make sure that's the guy, right? But they don't just let everybody out on the street until they've got all the other evidence and then say, okay, well, now let's see who we think did it. No, their mission is to get the person off the street as quickly as possible and then investigate. That's what they want to try to do, right? That's the goal, right? And that is the goal with the Department of Education or USAID or any of these other things that are now getting put under the microscope, which they are not used to. Everybody's completely panicked, as they should be, because probably, like with USAID, probably for decades, these people have been abusing their power, have been abusing the budget, have been pissing away money on things that don't mean shit, and injecting their ideology and forcing it and thrusting it upon people that don't want anything to do with it. That's a problem. You know, it's not North Korea, right? It's America. So that's a problem. So what they're doing is absolutely right? And they are not being too harsh about it, right? They are leaving them paid leave until they figure out what's going on. I think that's pretty fair, right? I think that's pretty fair. Same thing, you know, with you know, the government workers that now, like the CIA guys, Brennan and all them, that are now totally pissed off because they lost their clearance. Who the fuck does Trump think he is? Well, he thinks he's the president, doesn't he? That's what he thinks he is, and he's right, he is. Just like we had to think Biden was the president all these years before, right? Trump is the president, and he can revoke these people's security clearance. They also are no longer working in government, you know what I mean? And so they have already, those people are already basically enemies of the administration. So why should they deserve insight into classified information? And why do they deserve to be able to get badges and fucking security clearances in order to thwart Trump's mission? That makes no sense. So of course those people have to go. That's normal, right? That's normal. So up till now, I don't have any problems with any of the Doge things that have been happening, right? Except for Elon making this statement that doxing their employees was somehow illegal, which it isn't. You know what I mean? It's not the nicest thing to do, but it's not illegal. I talked about it yesterday. We had the yellow pages before the internet. Everybody's fucking address was in it. You know what I mean? So you can find everybody, all right? And so that was bullshit. But other than that, the way they are approaching this, also offering government employees, you know, a buyout to just leave, just quit. You know what I'm saying? Just quit. We'll give you extra money and some salary and a 2-year grace period and all this shit. You know what I mean? So they're actually getting off pretty fucking good. And the people that have actually committed crimes, well, they're gonna have something to worry about. And that's exactly the way it should go, right? Look, the half of these government employees, we don't need them. We don't need to be pissing away tax money on them. People inside the Department of Education that are ideologically captured and have no intention of teaching kids the things they need to know, things like critical thinking and other important life lessons in schools, and they want to go with the trans shit, and they want to, you know, talk about how, you know, they don't fuck pussy, they suck dicks, and no, they gotta go. They got to go. You can't have people burrowed in like that, and you can't have taxpayer money going to people that are clearly working against the interest of the American people. That's not so crazy. So that's all that's happening here. Nobody get panicked. Nobody freak out. I get that the people at the Department of Education are going to throw a shit show over it, and they're going to cry about it, and the poor us and poor me. That would be anybody in their position, right? They'd all be bitching and crying and moaning and shit, of course. But that shouldn't keep people from staying the course here. You know, unless Trump actually turns into Hitler, unless I see concentration camps for trans people, then I'm pretty much okay with Trump's approach and the approach of the administration thus far. Because right now there's nothing out of the ordinary happening. Nothing has happened thus far that wouldn't happen in every major corporation, any middle-sized company, or any small business in the fucking world. All of this shit is relatively milquetoast vanilla normal stuff, right? It's just we've never seen it in government before, but it's about time we do. Also, congratulations to Pam Bondi. She's in. I think Kash Patel's, I think they're all going to get in, really, to be honest. It does look like they're all going to get in. The Republicans that want to fucking try to vote the other way on this, they know their ass is fucked if they do it. You know what I'm saying? There's pressure points on them, definitely. Whether they're staying in Congress or staying in the Senate or not, or whether this is their last term, they've still got dirt on them. And I'm sure the administration knows what the dirt is, and they will be pressured if necessary. I don't think there's really going to be a chance that Republicans are going to get out of line on this. So that's my prediction. I could be completely wrong. It wouldn't be the first time the Republicans have fucking, you know, backflipped on, flip-flopped on things that were important to the American people. So it wouldn't be a big surprise, but I just don't see it happening. Not with the kind of momentum and support that the Trump team is getting already. I think that the Republicans that think that, you know, deep down they should go against this know where the gravy train is right now, and I don't think they're going to jump ship. So that's my prediction, guys. If you want to get all my stuff delivered directly to your inbox, your email inbox, so that includes the articles I write, because on the video platforms, I can't write articles, and on some of the video platforms, especially TikTok, videos get taken down because there is still censorship, you know, alive and well in a lot of these platforms. So depending which platform, depending what I talk about, videos do get removed. The only place they stay up is Rumble and Substack, but the best place to subscribe at is Substack. That is it'sallaboutlogic.substack.com. You can go to it'sallaboutlogic.substack.com and subscribe there, because that way you get all my content delivered directly to your inbox. So go for it, people, and we will see you tomorrow on the Insanity Report. Have a great one.